The following is a live special presentation of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. And my name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program and back-to-back doubleheader days. We've reached the climax, I think, of the National League pennant race. There really is only one. It is St. Louis and Montreal and maybe the Mets. And we're going to have the Cardinals and the Mets for you in a minute today. And they'll be the second game of our doubleheader tomorrow. The Mets are within 12, and these two teams have 6 meetings to go in the regular season. And so the Cardinals have kind of lagged around. They were up by about 9 games at the All-Star break, and they in Montreal have played pretty even baseball. And so now it's still 8.5 games. The Mets, it's kind of like Ferris Bueller. They kind of came in towards the end, and they have half a shout. They are 12 games out of first place, and this is game 136. So it's not impossible for the Mets to catch the Cardinals, and it's certainly not impossible for the Expos to catch the Cardinals. But the last time we featured the Cardinals in games that they needed to stand and deliver, they just beat the absolute daylights out of the Montreal Expos. They got to go through Ron Darling today, and I think it's Dwight Gooden tomorrow. So, 2 good ones from Shea Stadium today and tomorrow. The Cardinals and the Mets to start us off. The second half of the doubleheader is really important. It's the Kansas City Royals and the California Angels. The Angels won the first game of that huge 3-game set, and so the margin now in the American League West is a game and a half. If the Angels can sweep the Royals, they are in first place. The Royals need it desperately. I still think whoever wins the American League West is going to be at a sharp disadvantage come the American League Championship Series, but at least they're there. So that's the doubleheader for you today and tomorrow. It's the Cardinals and the Mets in Game 1, the Royals and the Angels in Game 2, and we'll flip it for you tomorrow. So if you're ready, I'm ready. It's time for lots and lots and lots of baseball. Dad's Retro Sports Network presents Pennant Race 85. Tonight, or today, September 10th, 1985, the Cardinals and the Mets from Shea Stadium, followed by the Kansas City Royals. Swallow before that, Ron. The Kansas City Royals and California Angels from Anaheim. And today's big-time doubleheader is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Signed Mind, how are you? Ron Darling gets the call in this one. He is making his 30th start of the year. He is 10-11 with an earned run average of .434. And if there is a big reason why the Mets are so far behind coming into this, he's one of the reasons. He's 25 years old. The whiz kid from Hawaii is a fly ball pitcher, a fastball pitcher at 91. Against the Cardinals, he's making his 3rd start. 11 innings, 14 hits, 8 runs all earned, 7 walks and 4 strikeouts. St. Louis has beaten him. He's 0-1 with an earned run average of .655. It has cooled down considerably, Big Dave. It is 65 in Burlington today. And cloudy. Darling, his last start came against the Padres on September 4th. So going on full rest. Only went 6 in a 5-4 win. No decision. 118 pitches, 6 hits, 4 runs all earned. He gave up a homer, walked 6, and struck out 4. So overall, for Ronnie, 203 innings, 180 hits, 101 runs, 98 of those earned, 22 homers, 107 walks, and 132 strikeouts. So, control is an issue, but Darling threw 114 walks in the real year. This will be the lineup they'll face. It'll be Vince Coleman in left. He'll lead it off. Willie McGee in center bats second. Tommy Herr at second bats third. Daryl Porter cleans up behind the plate. Andy Van Slyke in right will bat fifth. Terry Pendleton at third will go sixth. Mike Jorgensen at first will bat 7th. Ozzie Smith at short will bat 8th. And Danny Cox on the mound for this one should throw about 130 pitches and bat 9th. Defensively for the Mets, George Foster a 3 and a 4. In left, Mookie Wilson a 7 and a 1, a ramen noodle arm. Darryl Strawberry in right, a 3 and a 7. Then infield, Howard Johnson a 3 at third. Rafael Santana a 5 at second, short. Wally Beckman a 3 at second. Heath Hernandez an 8 at first. Gary Carter a 9 and a 6 behind the plate. And Darling is a 7 on the mound with a 973 fielding percentage. Hernandez and Johnson play for the bunt. Coleman steps in at 258. 14 doubles, a homer, and 32 RBI. The margin coming in is 12 between St. Louis and the Mets. And so really, if St. Louis wins today and tomorrow, I think they pretty much have things all locked up. The Mets need both these games. The Cardinals lead the season series 7-5. They will play a grand total of 6 more times, including this. And this one starts with strike 3. Darling got him on a 2-2 fastball in there at the knees. And so that'll bring up Willie McGee. Willie at 368. He leads the National League in batting average. 11 homers and 73 RBI. And he walked him. So, now bring up Tommy Herr, 305, 4 homers, and 79 RBI. McGee not in a great position to steal here, although he does have 54 on the replay. Pitch to Tommy, struck him out. A full count curve, swung on and missed. So 2 out for Daryl Porter. Daryl at 218, 7 homers, and 30 RBI. And there's a line drive. Hernandez is there, and that will retire the side. Cards get a walk and leave him stranded. Half an inning in the books. Cardinals nothing. Here come the Mets. And so Danny Cox, the righty, 26 years old, a fastball pitcher, 87, and a flyball pitcher, making start number 31. He's got 5 to go, including this one. He is 13 and 7 with an earned run average of 372. Against the Mets, just 1 start, 7 innings, 9 hits, 3 runs, all earned, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. No decision. His last time out, he was Christmas treed by the Chicago Cubs on the 5th of September. An 8-1 loss. He went 7 1/3 through 138 pitches, 12 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, 2 homers. He walked 2 and struck out 6. He can strike batters out. On August 5th, he struck out 10 Philadelphia Phillies. Overall, 222.2. And as the late Vince Scully said, deuce is wild. Guess what? He's given up 222 hits, 97 runs, 92 earned, 16 homers, 71 walks, 129 strikeouts. And this will be the lineup he'll face. Mookie Wilson leads off in center for the Mets. Wally Beckman will bat second and play second. Heath Hernandez at first will go third. Gary Carter cleans up behind the plate. Darryl Strawberry in right will bat 5th. George Foster in left will bat 6th. Howard Johnson at 3rd will bat 7th. Rafael Santana at short goes 8th. And Ron Darling, who threw 22 pitches in his half of the first, will bat 9th. Vince Coleman is a 5 and an 8 in left as we set the Cardinal defense for you. Willie McGee is an 8 and a 7 in center. Andy Van Slyke a 4 and a 9 in right. Terry Pendleton a 9 at third. Ozzie Smith is a 9 at short. Tommy Herr a 5 at second. Mike Jorgensen a 7 at first. Daryl Porter a 5 and a 4 behind the plate. And Cox is a 7 on the mound with a 964 fielding percentage. Give me a minute while I try to get my wife's attention because I got to take my lunchtime pill. So Wilson steps in at 277, 7 homers and 31 RBI. It is a warm night, by the way, in Queens. 76 degrees, and the wind is blowing in from left, or from LaGuardia, at 18, coming across Flushing Bay. And so, if you were there for this big ball game, you'd be able to hear those planes coming in. Pitch to Wilson, and Mookie strikes out. Cox got him to chase a 2-2 fastball. Morning baseball today, morning baseball tomorrow. No stream on Thursday. And the cat has snuck in as well. That brings up Wally Beckman. Wally at 263, no homers, 2 triples, and 35 RBI. He's going to square. He does. Jorgensen runs in for it. He goes to her, covering the bag, and Wally's retired. And there's 2 out for Hernandez. Heath at 309, 10 homers, and 75 RBI. This is game 136 for the Cardinals and 136 for the Mets. And the margin is indeed 12 games between these two. The Mets need all 6, I think, of their regular season meetings, including this one left, to have a snowball's chance. Pitch to Hernandez. There's a base hit left center field. Coleman cut it off. Ozzie with a late leap on it, and that's the first hit of the ball game. Brings up the kid Gary Carter, 299, 30 homers, and 87 RBI. Hernandez leads. Carter into center. McGee running in, rides the Schwinn, and that will retire the side. Mets get a hit, leave them on. After 1, no score. So Van Slyke, Pendleton, and Jorgensen to face Darling here in the second. Andy at 273, 6 homers, and 50 RBI. Second game of the doubleheader, by the way, Royals and Angels, and that's a big one. And then tomorrow, we will flip-flop the games. It'll be the Royals and Angels first, Cardinals and Mets second, and then Friday, the first of at least 2 streams for the Blue Jays and the Yankees from New York. Okay, so we don't say anything nice about Mike from the truck because he can't hear us. Pitch to Andy. Thumper swings a line drive to Santana, and there's 1 out. That brings up Pendleton. Terry at 216, no homers, and 49 RBI. Darling winds and deals, and Pendleton hits one past Hernandez into right field. And so Strawberry will throw that back in there, and that's the first hit for the Cardinals. So that brings up Mike Jorgensen. Mike at 133, no homers, and 6 RBI. Now, the Cardinals do get Jack Clark back for a bit. And then, assuming that they make the playoffs, he will be good to go the rest of the way. Gets away from Carter. Gary gets it off the backstop. He throws down to Santana, but the speedy Pendleton gets in there. So it's a wild pitch, charged to Darling. And now the count is 3-1 to Mike. Darling delivers, and there's a long drive to left. Foster in the corner, and George will make the catch. Pendleton tags and will go to third to throw to Hojo. He's in there. So the first run of the game is on third base for Ozzie Smith. Ozzie at 265, 3 homers, and 64 RBI. No score, 2 out, top the second. Pitch to Ozzie. There's a ground ball to Santana, and Rafael throws to first, and it gets away from Hernandez. Pendleton will score. Ozzie holds it first. It was a high throw, and it just hit off the top of the glove of Hernandez. That's an E6. And so the Cardinals go up 1-0. Here's Danny Cox, 125, no homers, and 3 RBI. Struck him out. So Darling got him to swing and miss on a fastball, and that will retire the side. But an unearned run looms large. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. Bottom of the second here at Shea. 1-0 St. Louis. So Strawberry, Foster, and Johnson to face Cox here. Daryl at 261, 23 homers, and 59 RBI. There's a liner in the right. That's extra bases. Van Slyke fishes it by the wall. Strawberry has at least 2. He rounds second. He's going to try for 3. Her throw to Pendleton is not in time, and that's Daryl's 4th triple of the year. So the Cardinals take the lead. The Mets dangle that runner at third right off. For George Foster, 324 homers and 66 RBI. So a packed house here at Shea to see if the Mets, it would be an absolute miracle to climb. They're down 12 with 30 games to go. Pitch to Foster. George into left center. Coleman really in the left field. That should score Strawberry easily. And Daryl scores without a throw. So we are tied at 1. But the Mets, again, they're 12 back with 30 to go. But they can make the Cardinals really work for this divisional pennant. The Expos are all wearing Mets clothing today. Here's Howard Johnson, 256, 11 homers, and 43 RBI. Danny winds and deals, and that's a base hit past her, and that's a single. So the Mets are doing what they can. That's their 3rd hit. 1 out for Santana. Rafael at 267, 2 homers, and 50 RBI. Hojo a threat to steal. We'll see what Cox does before we go any further. And Danny goes home. Santana swings into right field. Van Slyke will make the catch for the out. So 2 out for Darling. 153. No homers and 2 RBI. Hojo's going to run. Porter throws down to her, and Howard is out. So it's a caught stealing. Not a bad move by the Mets because you had Darling at the plate anyway, and you'd much rather have your pitcher leading off. So 1 run, however, it worked. A sac fly from George Foster, 2 hits and no errors. After 2, 1-1. So it'll be Coleman, McGee, and her. Darling is opening 9. 41 pitches, 2 innings, 1 hit, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. Not very efficient. Coleman struck out to start the ball game. And he'll strike out again. A 2-2 fastball swung on and missed. Let me take a drink here and try to clear this throat. Brings up Willie McGee, who walked his first time up. He swings a ground ball to third. Howard's throw to first. And Willie can run, and Willie is safe. An infield single on the bang banger. 2nd hit for the Cardinals. Here's Tommy Herr. He struck out his first time up. So the Cardinals have made Darling work hard. 50 pitches with 1 out in the 3rd. McGee not going anywhere. And Herr strikes out. An 0-2 fastball got him looking. So 2 out for Porter. And Daryl is 0 for 1. Throw to first. And McGee is back. Porter into right. Strawberry in the corner. Daryl makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Cardinals get a hit, leave them on after 2.5, 1-1. So Darling, at 153, no homers and 2 RBI. Cox delivers to start the third, struck him out. A full count curve, got him looking. So for Danny, an opening 9 of 2 1/3 innings, 44 pitches. Again, not that efficient. 3 hits, the 1 run, and he has struck out 2. One of them being Mookie Wilson, who's 0 for 1. This time around, base hit. That's going to be extra bases. Mookie is going for 3. Just a full head of steam. Her throw to Pendleton is not in time. And for Mookie, that's his 6th triple of the year. Brings up Wally Beckman, who's 0 for 1. So the Mets playing hard here. Their season on the line. From the stretch. Base hit, right field. Wilson scores. It's 2-1 Mets. So the partisan throng here at Shea roar with approval. And that'll bring up Hernandez. Heath has a single. He's 1 for 1. Beckman not gonna steal here. Danny throws to first, and Wally is back. Now he works home. Hernandez chops that one foul for a space side. And the count now is no balls and 2 strikes to Hernandez. Carter and Strawberry to follow. To third. Pendleton's only going to be able to get 1, and he won't get anybody as he got too late of a jump. So Hernandez reaches on the infield single. And so it's first and second, 1 out for Gary Carter, who is 0 for 1. If you're a Mets fan, you are loving this. Pitch to Gary. There's a fly ball, shallow left field. Coleman running in, makes the catch for the out. Beckman teases and is going to go. The throw to third. Wally is safe. It gets away from Pendleton, and Beckman's going to score. It's 3-1 as Coleman's throw got away from Pendleton. Here it is again. That should have been, and he was 1 out. Beckman went back to tag, and Coleman's throw just missed Terry Pendleton completely. And Beckman didn't stop. He saw where it went and scored. So here's Strawberry, 2 out. Daryl tripled and scored in the second. Now 3-1 Mets. Cox delivers. And there's a liner right field. Hernandez will score. Strawberry already has 1 triple today. Going to get at least 2. He rounds second. He's going to try for his 2nd triple of the game. Hers throw to Pendleton is close, and Strawberry's got it. So that's his 2nd triple of the day, and the Mets go up 4-1. And so somewhere, somehow, Chug McGraw is just saying to himself, you gotta believe. You gotta believe. And if the Mets can turn this into a streak, you really gotta believe. Here's Foster. George hit a sac fly in the second. 2 out here in the third. 4-1 New York. Struck him out. So that's the inning, but a big one for the Mets. They get 3 runs on 4 hits and an error. The error looms large. We go to the 4th. Mets 4, Cardinals 1. So Van Slyke, Pendleton, and Jorgensen to face Darling, who was due to have an ace start. Andy's 0 for 1. Van Slyke ground ball past Hernandez. Strawberry cuts it off. Van Slyke going for 2. The throw to Santana, no. And so Andy has his 20th double of the year. And that's the 3rd hit for St. Louis. That brings up Pendleton. Terry scored and singled his first time up. Darling's pitch. Struck him out. That's 6 for Ronnie today. A fastball on a 1-2. Got him looking. So Darling throwing bullets out there. Here's Jorgensen. Mike is 0 for 1. Van Slyke on second. 1 out. Top of the 4th. Carter, snap throw to third as Van Slyke's going, and Andy has it stolen. He steals his 32nd of the year. I didn't see what the percentage was there. And so the Cardinals trying to manufacture some offense. And Van Slyke 90 feet away in a 1-0 count. 1 out. So Jorgensen just don't strike out, essentially, or pop one up. He does, but that might be deep enough. Strawberry coming in. Van Slyke has good speed. Goes back to tag. Strawberry just throws it back in the infield. And the sac fly works. 2 out, but it's 4-2 now, New York. So the Cards get a run. Brings up Ozzie Smith, who's 0 for 1. This really does feel like a playoff game, doesn't it, gang? 4-2 Mets, 2 outs, top the 4th. Base hit right center field. Strawberry scoops it up. And Ozzie has himself a single. 4th hit for St. Louis. Here's Danny Cox. He struck out his first time up. For the Mets, it essentially is a playoff game. The Cardinals, 83-52. They are keeping half an eye on what's going on with the Expos. Pitch to Cox. Danny swings. Ground ball to Hojo. Hard hopper. Goes to Beckman for the sure out, and that will retire the side. 1 run on 2 hits and no errors. We go to the bottom of the 4th here at Shea. It's the Mets 4, the Cardinals 2. And so here are the standings. Again, everybody in the National League East is playing 500 ball. And for St. Louis, they're just trying to run out the clock. By the way, the Phillies have been eliminated. So the Mets, again, they can still do it, but they need a lot of help. They've got to win tonight. They've got to win tomorrow. In the West, well, Matt's not here. The Giants' tragic number is 2. Maybe D. Scott Howard will relax after that. The margin is 18.5. Dodgers have lost 3 straight. Houston has won 2 straight. So, Jim Carrey, I'm saying that there is a chance. Not very likely, but there is a chance. In the American League, Kansas City and California to follow, and that is as tight as a drum at a game and a half. And in the American League East, Toronto, the Yankees have won 9 of 10. The Red Sox are playing 500 ball. They're both 4.5 behind Toronto over the weekend in simulation time. Toronto and the Yankees play in New York. Milwaukee and Cleveland, by the way, have been eliminated. JT Dutch does not need to worry about giving away 54 gift subs. So Howard Johnson steps in. He's 1 for 1 with a single as we start the bottom of the 4th. Into right field, Van Slyke, 1 out. Brings up Santana. Raphael is 0 for 1. Line drive to Jorgensen, 2 out. Can't give you a starting date for the playoffs yet. Depends on how far along the line we go. The National League, as Darling steps in 0 for 1 with a strikeout, pretty much looks like will start in Los Angeles. And realistically, St. Louis is going to win the East, but Montreal and New York still have a chance. And the American League would start in the home winner of the American League East, so at the moment, Toronto, New York, or Boston. Pitch to Darling. In the shallow left center, McGee rides the Schwinn, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Mets go in order. We go to the fifth, 4-2 New York. So Darling is opening 18 on 80 pitches, 4 innings, 4 hits, a walk, and 6 strikeouts, including Vince Coleman twice. And if you're a Mets fan, isn't that nice? Coleman is 0 for 2. Swings a line drive to Beckman, 1 out. McGee walked and singled. They haven't retired him yet. 1 for 1. Fly ball, left field. Foster in the corner, and George hauls it in. So 2 out for Tommy Herr. Tommy has struck out twice, which is rare. He only has struck out 49 times and 510 at-bats. Pitch to Herr. He swings. That's into left field. Foster ranges over, makes the... and drops it! That's an error. I thought he was going to make the catch. That's a big one. Herr saw that one all the way and is going into second base standing on the 2-base error by George Foster. Oh, baby. That's wild. And so Daryl Porter now is up. So the Cardinals get a gift. Let's see if Porter can open it. He's 0 for 2. Darling, the wind now has really settled in at 3, blowing in from dead center. How you doing, Matt? And so, see if it changes anything. Porter swings at will, because that's a base hit into right center. Herr's going to score, and Porter slides into second with a double, and it's now 4-3 Mets. And if this was a TV show, the camera would be pointing right at George Foster. Oh, what a boo-boo. Here's Van Slyke. Andy doubled, stole third, and scored. So Darling now sitting on a 1-run lead, and he's at 95 pitches with 2 outs in the 4th. Pitch to Thumper. A little ground ball to first. Hernandez underhands it to Darling, and that will retire the side. This stream brought to you by Verizon and Papa John's. Hooray for food you can't have anymore. The rest of you are about to get a commercial. Halfway through Game 1 of this split city doubleheader. It's the Mets 4, the Cardinals 3. I can't find my mouse. Oh. I still can't find my mouse. Where the hell? Well, if you joined us late, here's how we got here on this pennant chase. We're doing the games of Tuesday, September 10th, 1985 today. Cardinals got on the board first. Ozzie Smith with an error by Rafael Santana made it 1-0 St. Louis. Then the Mets tied the game in the second, a sac fly by George Foster. In the third, they got 3. Wally Beckman is singled to score Mookie Wilson to make it 2-1. Then Gary Carter a sac fly to make it 3-1, and then a Darryl Strawberry triple to make it 4-1. St. Louis got one back in the fourth, a sac fly by Mike Jorgensen, and then in the fifth, Daryl Porter doubled home Tommy Herr following an error to make it 4-3. And now Strawberry, by the way, has 2 triples on the game. So Danny Cox and Ron Darling not throwing great baseball out there. Darling has given up 2 unearned runs and thrown a lot of pitches through 5. Cox, 7 hits through 4. As we start at the bottom of the fifth, Wilkie Wilson has a triple. 1 for 2, a run scored and a strikeout. Cox opening 18 on 71 pitches. That's not the bad news. The bad news is it's 4 innings and 7 hits and 3 strikeouts. No walks. Not even now. Ground ball to Ozzie. Over to first. 1 out. So 4-3 Mets here in the bottom of the fifth. Wally Beckman 1 for 2. An RBI is 36 and a run scored. Beckman hits a single up the middle. McGee will cut it off. Beckman digging for 2, and he's in there with his 19th double. So he put that one in the gap, and his speed got him second base. So a 1-out double for Hernandez. Heath is 2 for 2. He has singled twice and scored once. Popped up left side. Pendleton. Coleman coming in. Pendleton goes out. Terry on the grass, 2 out. Brings up Gary Carter. Gary is 0 for 2. 4 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Mets. They've left on 2. Cardinals, 3 runs, 5 hits, an error, and they've left on 5. Pitch to Gary, and they're going to walk him. So they put up 4 wide ones. Interesting call with 2 out. And Darryl Strawberry, who's hit 2 triples in this game already, has driven in his 60th run and scored. So the Cardinals are going to gamble here. And if you look at the outcome box, heavily in favor of Danny Cox, who works from the stretch. And it's a fly ball to right. I think it's going to work for St. Louis over in the corner. And Andy makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Mets leave on 2. No runs, a hit, no error. After 5.5, Mets 4, Cardinals 3. Todd, it's Ernie Banks Day today and Ernie Banks Day tomorrow. We've reached September. And a lot of meaningful baseball to get to. Here's Terry Pendleton, and how are you? Tried Fan and Todd B in the same chat at the same time. By the way, you might see George Hendrick in about a half hour. Pendleton, Jorgensen, and Smith to face Darling here in the 6th. Terry 1 for 2. A single, a run scored, and a strikeout. Darling starts the frame. Struck him out. That's 7. Ronnie got him on a fastball on a 2-2. Got him looking. So here's Jorgensen, Mike. Has an RBI. That's 7 on the replay. Base hit right center field. Wilson cuts it off. Jorgensen is in the second with his first double of the year. And now the tying run is on second with 1 out. For the Wizard, Ozzie's 1 for 2. Base hit up the middle. Jorgensen will round third. Milky Wilson has a rubber arm. And Jorgensen is going to try and score. Wilson uncorks it to Carter, and Jorgensen slid past the tag, and we are tied up. So that lead is gone. It was 4-1 New York in the third, and the Cardinals have made this a 4-4 ball game. Here's Danny Cox. He's 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Playing for the bunt. Ow. Todd B started his vacation the first day, tweaked your back, shuffling around like George Hendrick running the bases. I would not only laugh if George Hendrick played today for the Angels in the second game of our doubleheader, but if he stole the base. Cox squares. It is... Oh, no, he doesn't. I'm the one controlling that. And Cox lines that in the left center for a single. So not only did he not bunt, he punches in a 2-0 fastball for a single. So here's Coleman. Vince is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice. In a 4-4 tie, Darling's defense has not been his friend. 5 in the third innings, 27 batters, 114 pitches, 8 hits, only 2 of the 4 runs are earned. He has walked 1 while striking out 7. Sorry to hear about your back, Todd. So here's the pitch to Coleman, and Vince pops this one into right center. Mookie has it played off. Makes the catch. So Wilson actually had to crash against the fence, and Ozzie goes to third. Cardinals lead the Expos by 9, the Mets by 12. And so the Mets and Cardinals have 6 meetings not resolved, including this one. But the Mets have played well as of late, and so they have a chance, albeit very, very small. And if St. Louis wins this one, it gets smaller. So 2 out for Willie McGee, who is 1 for 2 with a walk and a single. Runners on the corners, 2 out now in a 4-4 tie. Darling deals, and McGee draws the walk. So they're loaded for Tommy Herr, who is 0 for 3. He has struck out twice and scored. I believe he reached on the air by Foster. That opened up the barn door. So Cox has decent speed for a pitcher. I'm not quite sure he scores on a single. Herr? Well, we're going to test out right now. That's a base hit. Smith will score. Cox will round third. Foster will throw home. Danny's going to try it. The throw's close. Not in time. 6-4 St. Louis. And everybody else moves up 90. And for Ron Darling, that's going to be it. So with the extra pitchers in the bullpen, who do you go with? It is lefty switchy. Yeah, as people are kind of feeling bad for Todd. Who do I go with here? They're going to go with Orozco with the 2 lefties coming up. The save doesn't matter. They just need to hold it right now. Jesse's 28 years old, making his 44th appearance of the year. Slider is a specialty. He's a ground ball pitcher, and the fastball tops out at 92. And right now, he is just trying to hold this to a 2-run ball game. In his 6th appearance against the Cardinals, 5 in the 3rd innings, 1 hit. 2 runs, both earned. He has walked 5 and struck out 3. So win and a loss for Orozco with a 3.38 ERA against the Cardinals. Last pitched a week ago nearly, 2/3 of an inning, and got 2 outs on 4 pitches in a win against the Padres. Overall, 52 2/3, 42 hits, 16 runs, all earned, 4 homers, 19 walks, and 53 strikeouts. So 2nd and 3rd for Porter, who cannot hit lefties well at all. Daryl 1 for 3, a double and RBI. 6-4 St. Louis. Porter stays in the game and draws the walk. And the bases are loaded with 2 out for Andy Van Slyke. So the matchup heavily favored Orozco. He loses Porter on a full count fastball. High. And now Thumper 1 for 3. A double, a stolen base, and a run scored. Bases are full of Cardinals. McGee on third, Her on second, so a single scores 2. Orozco pitches to Van Slyke. Slow roller to Beckman, or Santana takes it to the bag himself, and that's it. But that's a big inning for the Cardinals. 3 runs on 4 hits and no errors. They leave them loaded. We go to the bottom of the 6th. St. Louis 6, the Mets 4. So George Foster leads off the bottom of the inning. George has a lot to atone for. He is struck out and driven in a run. He's 0 for 1. Oh, did you throw out your back out, John, on your vacation? Ouch. I can't play any Eagles music. I can sing it for you. That will get flagged faster than anything. So the pitch to Foster. George swings into right center field. McGee goes back, and Foster has homered. It's 6-5 as Foster puts that one off the backboard out there. The apple pops up, and now it's a 1-run game. That's his 25th of the year. Foster says, "Take that, indeed. Oh, baby." And it froze. So, oh, you were sitting on the edge of the couch playing with your daughter's dog. So the game froze, and so we'll be back in a moment. It does, Todd. It does suck to get old. So 6-5, nobody out here in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Howard Johnson, 1 for 2. Pitch to Hojo, popped up center field. McGee will track this one down for the out. So 1 out for Santana, who's 0 for 2. And now you got to think about what to do with Orozco, as it's Pendleton, Jorgensen, and Smith, but a lot depends on what Raphael does here. Santana makes the decision easy. You got to pinch hit because Rafi singles to center field. Yeah, I'm not a big Tribe fan of second puberty. So Orozco goes back to the bench, and we can sing Who Can Hit a Righty, and the answer is going to be Rusty Staub. Rusty, 310, 2 homers, and 4 RBIs, a pinch hitter. He is the go-ahead run, by the way. Overall, 318, 2 homers, and 8 RBI. Yeah, Orozco's rookie year, I was in the 4th grade, so 1979, and what, he must have pitched 20-some-odd years, right? So Cox to face Staub, 6-5 Cardinals, here in the bottom of the 6th. Pitch to Rusty, swung on, ground ball, past a diving Ozzie Smith. Smith and Her converge, and nobody got it. And so that's the 11th hit for the Mets. And that'll bring up Mookie Wilson. Cox's opening 27, 107 pitches, 5 in the 3rd innings, 11 hits, a home run. That was Foster's a moment ago. A walk and 3 strikeouts. Mookie 1 for 3. He has himself a triple, a run scored, and a strikeout. So the first of 2 today has been all that and a bag of chips. Pitch to Mookie. Fouled back. 1-2 the count. 1 out. Staub the go-ahead run on first. And he walked him. So the Mets have them loaded. One out for Wally Beckman, who was 2 for 3. Single, double, an RBI. And a run scored. So lots of speed except for Staub. Cox delivers from the stretch. Wally, line drive to Jorgensen, and Mookie scampers back. Mike had to do a turning leap in the air to make the catch. 2 out for Hernandez. Heath is 2 for 3 against his former team today. Has singled twice and scored. Porter and Cox have a word. The word is Spanish. Hernandez into right center field. Van Slyke runs over. Andy makes the catch, and the Mets will leave him loaded. No, 1 run. 3 hits, no errors. Pitching change coming up from the Mets. Never knew Sonny at first was that athletic. He wasn't. So the Mets will burn Randy Myers' outing. Randy threw 2 innings on the real replay, a walk and 2 strikeouts. Switchy lefty switchy. Randy's 23, so I would imagine, well, since he came out of today, that this would be his major league debut, no? He's a standard pitcher, a fastball pitcher at 89. The first round of body changes, you get to see what all the new functions do. The later round, you get to see what the functions lost. That is true. A good friend of mine says it's second puberty. I didn't really like the first round of puberty to begin with. The second one, even less. Pendleton, by the way, as we start the top of the 7th, 1 for 3. A run scored and 2 strikeouts. So Myers might actually go 2 innings here. So Foster, if you're wondering why I would waste him early, it kept the score at 2 runs. Pitch to Pendleton. Terry greets him with a fly ball left center. Foster moving in. Rides the Schwinn, makes the catch, 1 out. For Mike Jorgensen. 410, really? That's odd. Mike, 1 for 2. Sonny has a double, an RBI, and a run scored. And Tito Landrum will pinch hit. So the Mets are making the Cardinals use their bench. As a pinch hitter, Landrum at 344 with 3 RBI. Overall, 312, 4 homers, and 25 RBI. 6-5 Cardinals, the first of 2 today. 1 out, top the 7th. In the center field, Wilson running in, 2 out. Ozzie Smith is 2 for 3. He has singled twice, driven in a run, and scored. Myers winds and deals. Line drive to Beckman. Stretch time, 6-5 Cards. So it'll be Carter, Strawberry, and Foster to face Cox here in the 7th. Gary 0 for 2 with a walk. Cox starts the 7th with a ground ball. Cox off the mound, first base side. Jack Clark is in the ball game. He's a 6 at first, 1 out. Advantage Cardinals now. Here's Strawberry. Daryl has a triple twice. He's 2 for 3. Driven in a run and scored. And walks for the second time. So So Strawberry now the tying run. He can steal. Foster homered his last time up, his 25th. Has driven in 2 today, now a 68 RBI. The other one came on a sac fly. Cox throws to first. Strawberry is back. And this time Strawberry isn't quick. So 1 out. 2 triples in 1 game. That's pretty rare. I'm sure I've had it before. I've played hundreds and hundreds of games, but nothing really sticks out. Pitch to Foster. And George rips one into left field. Coleman will pick it up. Strawberry goes to third, and his runners on the corners. And nobody out. That'll do it, or 1 out. That'll do it for Cox. Todd Worrell tries to slam the door. We got a pitching change with 1 out in the 7th. This game coming to you from Shea Stadium in Queens. So Worrell is 26. Fly ball extreme pitcher, which may work in this ballpark. Fastball tops out at 91. He is Rookie of the Year next year. Last pitched on the 9th. 1 inning in a 3-1 win over the Cubs. 10 pitches and a strikeout. So overall, Todd has thrown 4 innings and struck out 5. That's Worrell, not Todd B. 3-0 with 5 saves and a 2.91 ERA on the real season. Howard Johnson 1 for 3. He's got himself a single. Strawberry the tying run on third. Foster the go-ahead run on first. Pitch to Hojo. Struck him out. He got him to swing and miss on a Bugs Bunny change. 2 out. There's Rafael Santana. Rafi 1 for 3. Of course you collected Todd Worrell cards and Todd Zeal. Of course you did. So a big at bat. Here's Santana 1 for 3. Line drive to her, and that will end the inning. So the Mets now have left 9 on. No runs, a hit, no errors. 2 in this frame. We go to the 8th in a barn burner here at Shea, 6-5 St. Louis. So Myers to face a pinch hitter, I'm sure. Oh, Todd Van Poppel, whose rookie cards could pay for some bubble gum. Cesar Cedano coming in, hitting 500 as a pinch hitter, 308 overall with 2 RBI since coming over from the Reds. Walked him. So a full count changeup missed him. Inside, I'll bring up Coleman. Vince is 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Myers might be making his major league debut, and if it is, they can't get much more pressure packed in a must-win game. Coleman swings into left field. Foster running over. Does he have room? Yes, he does. And Cedano scampers back. 1 out for McGee. McGee, or Willie, 1 for 2 and with 2 walks. Cedano on first. 6-5 Cardinals. 1 out, top the 8th. And there's a slow bounder to Hernandez. And Heath gets a late jump, and that's a single. That one kind of died in the grass, and Hernandez wasn't fast enough. So first and second, 1 out for Tommy Herr, who was 1 for 4, 2 RBI, 2 strikeouts, a single and a run scored. Wonder who the GOAT is of all the Todds. It's Richard, who quarterbacked the Jets and the Saints. Carter goes out to settle down his kid. Myers from the stretch. Herr, line drive to Santana, 2 out. If it wasn't for A.J. Dewey, he'd have gotten beat in the Super Bowl. So here's Daryl Porter. Daryl 1 for 3. A double, an RBI, and a walk. The goat of all runs? Oh, dear Lord. I have no idea. I think one of the ones was a starter in this game, Ron Darling. Pitch to Porter. There's a fly ball center field. I think Myers is going to get out of this. Wilson makes the catch, and he will get out of it. Jeff Lottie coming in. He'll face a pinch hitter. We go to the bottom of the eighth, 6-5, St. Louis. Ron LaFleur. That'll be Guy LaFleur. Ron Flower. So let's tell you about Lottie, his 39th appearance, 2-5 with 19 saves. He has slammed the door 19 to 25 times. His ERA is 3.41. Against the Mets, 4 appearances, 2 in the third innings, 4 hits. They did not double switch, by the way, so he'll be in the 9-hole. I lost my train of thought. 1 run, 1 earned, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. 1-0 with a save against the Mets. His last time out was a save against the Cubs on the 9th, so yesterday. 1 inning, 2 hits, 22 pitches, and a strikeout. He's lost his last 3 decisions. Overall, 37 innings, 48 hits, 17 runs, 14 earned, 4 homers. Last one coming against the Braves on the 25th of August. 13 walks and 34 strikeouts. And so who can hit a righty? How about Danny Heath? 250 with 6 RBI as a pinch hitter. Overall, 254, 9 homers, and 37 RBI. 6-5 Cardinals, bottom of the 8th. Love that 82 Dolphins team, but that AFC ship is probably the only NFL championship, was the only NFL game I watched where I thought that someone was on the take. Interesting. Anyway, pitch to Heath. Danny hits this one into right center. That's extra bases. Van Slyke throws to second. Danny's got his 14th double of the year. And that'll bring up Mookie Wilson, who has a triple. 1 for 3, a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout. Lottie deals. In the left, Coleman this time ranging over. And Vince will make the catch. He watches and will go to third to throw to Pendleton, not in time. Oh, no, they got him. They got him. That's a double play. They come out to argue it, but there's no replay. Coleman with a bullet to Pendleton, 2 out. A 75% chance of making it means there's a 25% chance that you don't. So here's Beckman, 2 for 4, a single, a double, an RBI, and a run scored. Neil O'Donnell in the night. Larry Brown thanks you, and he avoided the tarp down there. That's right. If the Cardinals do win the division, that tarp does not come into play. Coleman will go as long as the Cardinals do in 85. Beckman, there's a slow ground ball to Clark. Jack underhands it to Lottie, and that's the inning. Double play really hurt. We go to the 9th, 6-5, St. Louis. D. Scott Howard, how are you? So in comes Roger McDowell. He'll bat in the 9-hole. And all those guys on the field, too, yep. McDowell 2-4, 13 saves, but primarily here, keeping a 1-run game. An ERA of 2.97, 40th appearance. He's 25 years old. Standard pitcher, fastball at 87. 4th appearance against the Cardinals. One of them must have been a start. 9 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2, struck out 5, 0-1 with a save. Yeah, Chris Sale. 11 starts in 2 years. I am thrilled to pieces. Ugh. Last appearance was a week ago almost against the Padres. A 5-4 inning, a win where he got the save. So 11 pitches, retired the side. 69 2/3 for McDowell. 51 hits, 24 runs, 23 earned, 6 homers, walked 20 and struck out 53. I got to get this in there. I've been trying to find a place to tell this story, but we've actually had a pretty good ball game. Van Slyke, Pendleton, and Clark to face McDowell here in the ninth. 45 years ago today, August 9th, 1977. You see where the people in the yellow are on the third base side? Well, somewhere over in that general area, behind the dugout, sat a 5-year-old boy with chickenpox to watch the Mets and the Cardinals play at Shea Stadium. And that would be me, about 2 weeks during the summer of Sam, and 2 weeks after they traded Seaver, and right after the blackout. So my first ever real Major League Baseball game was indeed the Cardinals and the Mets, and just kind of really by coincidence, we're playing the Cardinals and the Mets. Anyway, Van Slyke is 1 for 4. That's into center field. Wilson really won't even have to move. 1 out. Mets will bring up Hernandez, Carter, and Strawberry in the ninth to try and tie this. Marty Cordova, and fine Corinthian leather, was once put on the disabled list due to a tanning accident. 60 degrees and rain in western Washington today. 90 yesterday. You sure you're not describing our weather here in Vermont? Royals and Angels are going to have a tough act to follow after this. Pendleton 1 for 4. Terry is now 2 for 5 as Foster will cut that one off. 6 runs, 11 hits, an error for the Cardinals. They've left on 10. 5 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors for the Mets. They've left on 9. Here's Jack Clark, 10-game hitting streak. In for Jorgensen at 279. 21 homers and 84 RBI. Yep. Best wishes to my partner in crime, Dave Gardner, who hit his head last night. Doing okay. Mild concussion. And so, taking it easy the next couple days while he recovers. Only to have another blackout 25 years later, the anniversary of which is Sunday. That's right. Pitch to Clark. This might be 2. Santana's got it. Beckman for 1. The throw to Hernandez. 6-4-3. So Clark's hitting streak is over. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Cardiac time here at Shea. Hernandez, Carter, and Strawberry to face Lottie. 6-5 the score. Hernandez has singled twice and scored once. To third, Pendleton. Long throw to first for the out. He was reffing last night and an ice hockey game, and of course it has been blistering hot in eastern Massachusetts. And so the ice is terrible. He caught a rut and fell down and hit the back of his head. He was wearing a helmet, of course. But he knew that he had done that. He felt fine. Had a doctor's appointment today and is fine, but is just going to take it easy for a couple days. And so there wasn't going to be a stream here Thursday anyway. And so we'll tape Digital Dice then. So I talked to him this morning. He'll be all right. Here's Gary Carter. Gary is 0 for 3 with a walk. Lottie winds and deals. Popped up. Left side. Pendleton on the grass. And it's last chance saloon. And maybe for the Mets, their last chance of 85. But it's Darryl Strawberry who has 2 triples. He is 2 for 3. He has driven in a run, scored, and walked. And he is the tying run. So 2 out, nobody on. As Groucho would say, outside of the improvement, he'll never know the difference. So here we go. Strawberry in the right. Van Slyke And the lead over the Mets is 13. A big win for the Cardinals, 6-5. So Danny Cox goes to 14-7. Does he remember? I'll remind him of that. So Cox goes to 14-7. Lottie picks up his 20th save. Darling wasn't very good. 5 2/3, 9 hits, 6 runs, 4 earned. So the Cardinals go to 84-52. 6 runs, 11 hits, an error, and they leave on 10. The Mets had their chances, man. 5 runs, 13 hits, 2 errors. They leave on 9. Darling falls to 10-12. Cox goes to 14-7. Tribe fan talking about the blackout of 97? Travis Hafner gets a cycle. Lights go out in the afternoon and didn't come back till 11:30. Hope you celebrated appropriately. So let's set up for game 2. So the Cardinal lead now is 9.5 over Montreal and 13 over the Mets. A couple of days of binge watching Hot Tub Girls will do wonders, yeah. The study of Lycra will help. So that's the first of 2. And now we go to sunny Southern California for Charlie Lieberman versus Kirk McCaskill. That's not 25 years ago. That's 20 years ago.
Play ball.
So there you go. It is a beautiful night as we shift to Anaheim for the second part of this doubleheader. 78 degrees, no wind. Kirk McCaskill and Charlie Lieberman in a 3-game set here. The Angels won the opener. And look who's in right field. While Todd B warms up the act, Kirk McCaskill making his 25th of 29 starts. 6-7 on the replay, a 3.89 ERA. 25 years from 77, yep. It's George Hendrick bobblehead day. But Hendricks doesn't bobble, it's too much effort. McCaskill, a standard pitcher, fastball at 88. 6-7 with a 3.89 ERA. Has not faced the Royals this year. His last time out was against the Tigers a week ago. A 5-3 win, 8 1/3 innings, 134 pitches, 3 runs all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 5. So 173 1/3 innings for Kirk. The UVM graduate, 162 hits, 83 runs, 75 earned, 18 homers. Has walked 55 and struck out 92. Omar Moreno is with the Royals. I'd forgotten about that. He'll lead off. He's in center field. Lonnie Smith in left will bat second. George Brett at third will bat third. Hal McRae cleans up as the DH. Frank White at second will bat fifth. Steve Balboni at first will go sixth. Daryl Motley in right will have seventh. By the way, in 2002, I did not have chickenpox again. John Watson will catch and bat eighth, and Onyx Concepcion in short bats ninth. Defensively for the Angels, Brian Downing is 7-3 in left. Gary Pettis a 9-9 in center. George Hendrick a 2-9 in right. With the lefty Lieberman, not even Reggie's in the lineup. Jack Howell is a 6 at third. Dick Schofield a 7 at short. Bobby Grich an 8 at second. Juan Beniquez is a 3 at first. Bob Boone is a 6 and an 8 behind the plate. McCaskill is a 7 with a 927 fielding percentage. Moreno is 5 for 19 since coming over from the Yankees, hitting .263 with 4 RBI. And game 2 starts with strike 3. A 2-2 fastball swung on and missed. Brings up Lonnie Smith, 253, 4 homers, and 36 RBI. We'll switch the order for the doubleheader tomorrow. Angels and Royals first, Cardinals and Mets second. The Dodgers lead, by the way, 18.5 over the Astros. Pitch to Lonnie. There's a little bunt. McCaskill doesn't even have to get off the mound. 2 out. George Brett, 315, 29 homers, and 83 RBI. It's a game and a half difference between these two teams. Game 127 for the Royals, or 37, at 73 and 63, and 138 for the Angels at 72 and 65. If you're a believer in Jim Carrey, the Astros are gaining ground. Pitch to Brett. Little ground ball over the mound. Grich on the grass. Throws to first, and that will retire the side. So the Royals go in order. Going to have to do something to equal the intensity of the first one today. Kansas City, nothing. Here come the Angels. And they will face the lefty Charlie Lieberman, making his 29th start of the year. He is 15-11 with a 3.30 ERA. He is 29 years old, a fastball pitcher at 86, and a ground ball pitcher. Lieberman has not faced the Angels. His last start was against Milwaukee on the 5th, so a full 5 days rest. He went 9 innings. He couldn't have gone the distance because he didn't get a decision. In a 3-2 win, 130 pitches, 9 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a homer, a walk, and 3 strikeouts. So overall, Lieberman 215 in the 3rd innings, 211 hits, 89 runs, 79 earned, 13 homers, 57 walks, and 113 strikeouts. This will be the lineup he'll face. Gary Pettis in center will lead off. Dick Schofield at short will bat second. Juan Benitez at first goes third. Brian Downing cleans up and left. Linares, the DH, will bat fifth. Bobby Grich at second will bat sixth. Todd B in right field will bat seventh. No, it's George Hendrick. I'm sorry. I always get the two of them confused. Bob Boone behind the plate bats eighth, and Jack Howell at third will bat ninth. Kirk McCaskill threw 11 pitches in his half of the first. Defensively for the Royals, Lonnie Smith a 4 and a 5 in left. Omar Moreno a 6 and a 4 in center. Daryl Motley a 3 and a 4 in right. George Brett a 7 at third. Onyx Concepcion an 8 at short. Frank White an 8 at second. Steve Balboni a 5 at first. John Wathen a 7 and a 3 behind the plate. And Charlie Lieberman a 7 on the mound with a .986 fielding percentage. Pettis, 268, no homers, and 23 RBI. Royals playing back. Pettis will square. Brett really has to run, and this one will start with a single. So Pettis dropped one, an absolute beaut, and the Angels have a single. Here's Schofield, Dickey at 205, 8 homers and 43 RBI. So time to wet the whistle. Throw to first, Gary back. As we said, Chamber of Commerce night here in Anaheim, 78 degrees and not a breath of wind. Pettis is back. And now Pettis is going to steal. Wathen throws to White, and Gary has number 53. So the Angels, with a win, can cut the Royal lead down to a half game. Pitch to Schofield. Struck him out. Lee Brandt got him to swing on an 0-2 fastball. 1 out for Benitez. Juan at 286, 7 homers, and 39 RBI. Base hit center field. Moreno will pick it up off the grass. Pettis with good speed will round third and score without a throw. And it's 1-0 Angels. Brings up Brian Downing. 256, 15 homers, and 68 RBI. And Lieberman walked him. So first and second one out, 1-0 Angels for Rufiano Linares, who was 5 for 16. That's 313 with a homer and 4 RBI. In the left center, Moreno running hard on that Schwinn, makes the catch. Everybody back. Beniquez will hold at second. You don't remember the Atlanta Brave legend of Rufiano Linares? I think who is the appropriate thing there. Bobby Grich at 270, 11 homers and 56 RBI. First and second, 2 out, 1-0 Angels. Here in the first, Grich swings, Lieberman stops it over to Balboni, and that will retire the side. But California draws first blood, 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors. After 1 in Anaheim, 1-0 Angels. So McRae, White, and Balboni to face McCaskill. Hal at 266, 17 homers, and 46 RBI. There's a fly ball to right. Hendrick lazily goes over, casually tosses up the glove, and makes the catch. 1 out. Somebody get some spelling salts for Todd. Here's Frank White, 237, 18 homers, and 75 RBI. Line drive, Schofield, 2 out. For Balboni, Steve at 251, 31 homers, and 83 RBI. McCaskill winds and deals. Line drive to third, and Howell is there to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. Bottom of the second inning here, 1-0 Angels. And so here he is, the man, the myth, the legend of 1,000 insults on Retro Sports Network, George Hendrick, who is hitting a very appropriate 054, 2 for 37, a home run, and 3 RBI. Lieberman into the wind. In the left center, Moreno ranging over. Has it for the first out. Brings up Bob Boone at 230, 3 homers, and 36 RBI. Popped up. Left side, Brett calls for it. 2 out. Jack Howell at 208, 6 homers, and 15 RBI. Oh, he kind of half ran it out, Todd. And he go back to his oxygen tank after. Pitch to Jack. Line drive, Balboni snares it, and that will retire the side. Angels go in order in the second. After 2, 1-0 California. So Motley, Watson, and Concepcion to face McCaskill. Apparently there was a water leak in Montpelier. Motley at 228, 10 homers, and 36 RBI. McCaskill starts the third. Fly ball, left center, Pettis. 1 out. In fact, he makes a great diving stop by the track to make the catch. He robbed Motley of a double. So Watson at 209, 2 homers, and 18 RBI. McCaskill's pitch, ground ball to short. Schofield deep in the hole, over to first. And it's 2 out for Onyx Concepcion at 193, 4 homers, and 29 RBI. McCaskill's pitch, there's a chopper to Grich. Bobby towards first, throws to first, and that will retire the side. 9 up, 9 down. Doesn't get any better than that if you're an Angel fan. We go to the bottom of the third. 1-0 California. So it'll be the top of the lineup for the Angels, Pettis, Schofield, and Beniquez. Gary singled, stole a base, and scored the long run in the first. Lieberman opening 9, 37 pitches, 2 innings, 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout. Got him. An 0-2 fastball outside. Got him looking. So that's 2 for Charlie. I'll bring up Schofield. Dick struck out his first time up. Lieberman winds and deals. And there's a base hit in the right center field. Moreno will cut it off, and Schofield will hold it first. Are you joking about that? That would be hilarious. Scotty says, just reading. I'll do that in Vinny. I can still do Vinny. Just reading that oddly enough, that the best treatment for a mild concussion is an enema. And may we recommend Fleet. Be sure to pass that on to Dave. I will. Beniquez has a single and an RBI. Is that serious, or is that just a joke? Schofield on first. Juan is 1 for 1. Lieberman's pitch. Beniquez is 2 for 2. That goes into left field. Smith will cut it off, and it's first and second for the Angels here in the third. For Brian Downing, who walked his first time up. So Lieberman, it couldn't hurt. To paraphrase Jennifer Page in the late 90s with her smash song, Crush, it's just a little flush. Downing drew a walk his first time up. 2 on, 1 out, bottom of the third. 1-0 Angels. Downing swings into right field. Motley should track that one down. He'll make the catch. Schofield and Beniquez trot back. Schofield goes to third, and it's runners on the corners now for the Angels, with 2 out for Linares, who's 0 for 1. So first and third, Kansas City trying to keep this a 1-run ball game. Pitch. And they will keep it a 1-run ball game. Moreno moves over into left center, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Angels strand 2. No runs, 2 hits, no errors. We go to the fourth, 1-0 California. So McCaskill opening 9 and a strikeout on 37 pitches. Moreno is that strikeout victim. McCaskill starts the fourth. Fly ball, Hendrick. Nah, he doesn't want to go chase that. That's foul. Somebody from Pasadena made that catch. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Moreno. And he walked him. So that's the first base runner. Full count fastball was down and in. Brings up Lonnie Smith, who, along with everyone else, is 0 for 1. McCaskill deals. Line drive to Beniquez, and Moreno has to go back. So 1 out for Brett, who, say it with me, folks, is 0 for 1. McCaskill deals. Could be 2. Gritch. Schofield for 1. Beniquez for 2. So that will retire the side on the 4-6-3. Again, no runs, no hits, no errors. They haven't left anybody on. After 3.5, the Angels won. The Royals, nothing. And because some people joined us late, here are the standings. The Dodgers' magic number is 10. Although they've lost 3 straight. In the East, the Cardinal lead is now 9.5 because we haven't played the rest of the day in baseball. The Mets are now 13 out. California, a win today and a win tomorrow. If they sweep the Royals, puts them in first place. And in the East, the Yankees are red hot. And the Blue Jays are red hot. So the Yankees and Red Sox within 4.5. The Royals and the Angels have 6 left, including this, and the Angels have owned them this year. They're 6-1, including a sweep in Kansas City. So if you're a Royal fan, say a few novenas. Here's Bobby Grich. He's 0 for 1. Lieberman starts the 4th. Base hit left center field. Smith throws it back in. That's the 5th hit for California. And here is George Hendrick, who was 0 for 1. He'd wave the bat back and forth, but he wants to see what Lieberman has to offer. Base hit left field. He's digging for 2. The throw to White, and Hendrick is in with his 2nd double of the year. So it's 2nd and 3rd and nobody out on the big hit by George Hendrick. Somebody want to get the recliner for Todd to sit in? Oh my goodness, what a hit. And that'll bring up Boone. What hustle indeed. Methinks, Mr. Howard, we've been lied to. Just saying. Here's Boone. He's 0 for 1. Digging is such a strong word. He got there. 2nd and 3rd. Nobody out here in the 4th. Angels already up 1-0. Pitch to Boone. There's a ground ball to short. That should score Grich. Concepcion goes to 1st. And it is 2-0. Hendrick goes to 3rd. Boone is retired. And it's 2-0 California. This isn't a fortnight stream after all. No, sir. So that brings up Jack Howell, who's 0 for 1. Lopes works for you. He's on 2nd with a double, okay? And now he's on 3rd, and he's a big run now. Lieberman from the stretch. Howell strikes out. A 2-2 curve, swung on and missed. So 2 out for Pettis, who was 1 for 2. Lieberman's opening 18, 3 2/3 innings, 6 hits, a walk, 3 strikeouts, and both the runs are earned. Gary, 1 for 2. A run, a stolen base, his 53rd, and a strikeout. Lieberman deals. Hendrick off the line. Ground ball to 3rd. Brett comes in, throws to Balboni, and Gary's out. But that is a big run for California. 1 run on 2 hits. After 4, it's the Angels 2, the Royals nothing. So McRae, White, and Balboni all 0 for 1. Hendrick is old school. Todd's never going to be able to live this one down now. Nothing else on today. How's your head feeling? Leaves his glove in the field between innings. McCaskill's pitch. McRae to Grich. Bobby throws to 1st. 1 out. For White, who's 0 for 1. 1 out, top the 5th. If the Angels win this and then tomorrow, they are in 1st place. White's 0 for 1. That's in the left. Downing running over and will make the catch. 2 out. Not better, not worse. Okay. Now Big Clue goes in the George Hendrick fan club. Yeah. Hendrick's got a better chance of catching the ball when the glove is on the field and not on him. Now, Brad sent me his new project today. He just did 1994, but he didn't with old school divisions. So you can do that 95 through 97 that way. So if you go on to 98, how are you going to do Arizona and Tampa? Because then you get uneven, and then it's a 30-team league. So you can't. Do you put Arizona and Tampa in the same league? I'd be curious to know how you would do that. Steve Balboni, by the way, is 0 for 1. McCaskill deals. Line drive to Howell, and Jack will snare it. And, yep, It goes up on the board after 5, halfway home. Bagels for everybody. Halfway home in game 2, 2-0 Angels. Well, if you just joined us for game 2, such as my partner in crime, here's how he got here. Juan Benitez singled home Gary Pettis to make it 1-0 California. Then Bob Boone with a fielder's choice to make it 2-0. Cardinals beat the Mets, by the way, 6-5 in the first of these 2 games. Charlie Lieberman, a 6-hitter through 4, 2 runs, both earned a walk and 3 strikeouts. And Kirk McCaskill's boiling some bagels. He's only had a walk and a strikeout through 5. So Schofield, Benitez, and Downing to face Charlie Lieberman. Yeah, be careful. And you really should be in a dark room, Dave. Not kidding about that. And if you get dizzy, don't be afraid to call for help. Schofield 1 for 2. He has singled and struck out. Lieberman deals. Schofield pops it up. Moreno in the right center. Hot Tub Girls and their Pickle Rick send their best wishes. You get half price the next time they write your name on their pool toy. Here's Benitez. Juan is 2 for 2. Has singled twice, driven in a run. There's a base hit. That's extra. Motley will cut it off, and it's not extra. So Motley saves a base. It does help, yep. And if you missed it, Dave fell last night, reffing a hockey game, and rung his bell just a little bit. So, no bad jokes today. Dave is on the IL. Brian Downing is 0 for 1. Benitez on first with a single. And a walk for Downing. Pitch to Brian. There's a fly ball, left center field. Lonnie Smith going back, way back there. And that is off the wall. So Benitez will round third. Lonnie has an average arm, and he slipped going around third. So Downing had the double. He looked, and the runner was on third because he fell. So second and third, 1 out for Linares, who is 0 for 2. Kansas City and California in an absolute dogfight here in the American League West. Pitch to Linares. There's a fly ball center field. Benitez should go back and tag on this. Moreno coming in, rides a Schwinn, makes the catch. Benitez will score without a throw, and that's a big run. So 2 out and 3-0 Angels. For Bobby Grich, who was 1 for 2 with a run scored. Brian Downing is on second. Pitch to Bobby. Got him. So that will retire the side. A swing and a miss for strike 3, but the Angels pick up a run on 2 hits and no errors. They've left 6 on after 5, 3-0 California. So Motley, Wathan, and Concepcion to face McCaskill here in the 6th. And Motley hits what's 1 to third. Howell across the way, 1 out. And so a bigger story developing now as we move in the latter start stages of this game. Wathan is 0 for 1. McCaskill from the wind. In the center field, Gary Pettis is there, and that's 2. No, Schofield. Ha! I got caught doing it with John Sterling. That was just a high pop-up, and it doesn't really matter. It's 2 out. So here's Onyx Concepcion. He is 0 for 1. To second, Gritch. To Beniquez, and he's 9 outs away. Well, we've never had a live one on the channel before. Will we have one today? Bottom of the 6th, 3-0 California. So here is George Hendrick. George had a double his last time up. Don't be surprised. That would be Rod and Todd. You know what? Maybe the greatest, the GOAT, Todd would be Todd Flanders. Ever think of that? Or Todd Bridges. Pitch to Hendrick. Popped up. Right side. Balboni. It's a rainmaker. 1 out. Bob Boone. 0 for 2 with an RBI. 1 out here in the 6th. Lieberman now over 100 pitches. Hasn't pitched great, hasn't pitched bad, but on the wrong end of a 3-0 score. Boone with a base hit. Left center, right center field. Moreno cuts it off, and Bob has a single. So that's a 9th hit for the Angels. Here's Howell. Jack is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Hey, Johnny Carson had guest host. There you go. That's true. Including Kermit the Frog once. That one's up on YouTube. Pitch to Howell. Fly ball to right. Motley. 2 out. Boone retreats back. For Gary Pettis, Lieberman, 27 batters deep, 107 pitches, 5 2/3 innings, 9 hits, a walk, and 4 strikeouts. Pettis 1 for 3, a single, a strikeout, a stolen base, and a run scored. Lieberman deals, and Pettis pops this one left side. Lonnie Smith coming in, and that will retire the side. No runs, a hit, no errors. We go to the 7th, the crowd in a deep murmur. It's 3-0 Angels. So top of the lineup now, McCaskill has only faced 18 batters on 75 pitches, 6 innings, a walk, and a strikeout. Moreno is the walk and the strikeout. McCaskill starts the 7th, ground ball to first. Beniquez, 1 out. So here's Lonnie Smith. He's 0 for 2. From the wind. Struck him out. A 91-mile-an-hour 1-2 fastball. Got him looking. And that'll bring up George Brett, who is 0 for 2. McCaskill again. Brett swings. Line drive to Gritch. And McCaskill's through 7. Stretch time, 3-0 Angels. Can Sarah do a good John Rivers? Can we talk? Can we talk? No. There's Schofield, 1 for 3 with a strikeout. And both the chat and the crowd here in Anaheim are in a full buzz. I can't see Hendrick hitting again. He would bat. Maybe. We'll see. Schofield has singled and struck out. Lieberman starts the 7th. Fly ball left field. Lonnie coming in. Rides the Schwinn, 1 out. In fact, Smith had to make a diving stop. There's a divot, which he'll have to put back in for Eric Dickerson. Because remember, we played football here. Here's Beniquez, 1. T. Scott Howard eagerly awaiting the 30 for 30 that ESPN is making for Bill Walton. Speaking of good buzzes, Beniquez has singled 3 times, driven in a run and scored 1. Lieberman pitch. That's into right center. Moreno having a decent game. Will make the catch. 2 out. Brings up Brian Downing. 1 for 2. Brian has a double and a walk. 3 runs, 9 hits, and 7 left on for California. And a package or 2 of bagels on the board for Kansas City. Base hit left center field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. Downing's got himself a 2-out double. And that'll be it for Lieberman. Joe Beckwith coming in, the righty. Bill will be discussing his 30 favorite dead shows. And that would take 30 hours, I would think. He was at one time in Berkeley. I got to play with a soundboard and had mushrooms that made me eat colors. It was the best lemons and oranges I've ever had. It was stupendous. Absolutely stupendous. It rained gumdrops. Kind of like that. Joe Beckwith making his 46th appearance of the year. 3-1 with 2 saves and an earned run average of .264. Has faced the Angels now 3 times, 4 2/3 for Joe, 3 hits, 2 runs both earned, a walk and 4 strikeouts, and an earned run average of .386. His last time out was on the 7th against Milwaukee in a 7-2 loss, an inning and 2/3, 34 hits, a solo home run. That was the only hit he allowed. He walked 1 and struck out 2. 64 2/3 for Joe, 64 hits, 22 runs, 19 earned, 7 homers. He walked 22 and struck out 56. He's 30 years old, standard pitcher and a fastball pitcher at 92. I like Cherry Garcia ice cream. So Downing on second, 2 out, that's 10 hits for the Angels. Linares will stay in the game, and that, the chances now of George Hendrick staying in become a lot less. Linares in, popped up. Concepcion goes out there along with Moreno, and Omar is there. And that will retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to the 8th. It's 3-0 Angels. So McRae, White, and Balboni. Hal has a 9-game hitting streak. He is 0 for 2. McCaskill's pitch to short. Schofield deep in the hole. 1 out. Here's Frank White. Frank is 0 for 2. McCaskill rolling along. Winds and deals. Into right field. Back goes Hendrick. That ball is gone. There goes the no-hitter. There goes the shutout. And there wasn't anything that George was going to be able to do about that. So a standing ovation for McCaskill as the Royals get their first hit with 1 out in the 8th inning. I can't show it to you again because they already had the game freeze once. But an amazing effort by McCaskill. Yep, that's a tough way to lose it. So here's Balboni. McCaskill, by the way, is only throwing 89 pitches. Steve is 0 for 2. 3-1 now, California. And there's a second hit. You can kind of see the steam coming out of the balloon here. So Balboni with a single. We'll give him Motley, and then we'll just kind of go from there. Try jumping out there, George. No, that ball was well struck. Motley 0 for 2. Pat Sheridan's going to pinch hit. Pat at 286, 2 homers and 25 RBI. Pitch count-wise, McCaskill could finish this. He needs an out, though. He might get 2 right here. Gritch, Schofield for 1, then no throw to first. So that's a fielder's choice. 2 out for Wathen, who is 0 for 2. McCaskill with a win would go to 7-7. And makes you want to go out and reach for a Seagram's in 7. Wathen in the left center. Pettis coming in, and that will retire the side. So the no-hitter was 7 1/3. Tremendous effort out there. The Royals get on the board. The solo shot by Frank White. And another hit makes it 3-1. So Gritch, a pinch hitter, in Boone to face Beckwith here in the 8th. Bobby 1 for 3. A run scored and a strikeout. That one hit a single. Ground ball to first. Balboni has it for the out. Moreno stays in the center. Sheridan is a 5 and a 5 and right. And with a righty coming in, Rod Carew will pinch hit. As a pinch hitter, he's hitting .333. Overall, .277, 2 triples, and 28 RBI. Ground ball to short. Concepcion deep in the hole. Great range. Throws to first for the out. And Concepcion is hurt. And they're going to have to take him out with 2 out in the 8th. And poor Buddy Biancalana will lead off the 9th. Because Buddy is an 8 at short. And will bat in the 9 hole. So here's Boone. 1 for 3. A single and an RBI. Joe's pitch. Into center field. Moreno ranges into left center. And that'll do it. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the top of the 9th. The Royals need 2 to tie and 3 to go ahead. And who's going into right field? Rupert Jones. In for Rod Carew. Rupert an 8 and a 9 out there. So Biancalana, if he stays in the game, 190, no homers, and 3 RBI. He stays in the game and strikes out. McCaskill got him to look at a 2-2 fastball outside. So 1 out. Kirk McCaskill has pitched the game of his life. It won't be the no-hitter, but the Angels are 2 outs away from being a half game out of first place. See what they do with Moreno. McCaskill, 27 batters, 8 1/3 innings, 108 pitches, 2 hits, the home run from White, a walk and 3 strikeouts. Moreno 0 for 2 with a walk and a strikeout. Schofield, great play, 2 out. And 50,000 rises 1. As Lonnie Smith is the last chance saloon for Kansas City. He is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. McCaskill, what a coming out party for him. And they'll have a pinch hitter, so we'll wait. George Orta as a pinch hitter, 125. He's just trying to keep this alive for Britton McRae. Orta at 262, no homers, and 30 RBI. So again, McCaskill gathers himself on the mound, winds and deals. A little nubber to Gritch, and the Angels have cut the lead to half a game. What a performance by Kirk And obviously, he is your digital dice player of the game. The Angels go to 73-65. 3 runs, 10 hits. They leave on 8. 2 beauties today. The Royals, 1 run, 2 hits, and they leave on 2. So Kirk McCaskill, your digital dice MVP, 9 innings, 2 hits. He took a no-hitter into the 8th. He lost it with a home run by White, and that was the lone run. So what a performance from McCaskill. Lieberman did not pitch all that well. Gave up 10 hits, 6 2/3, 3 runs, all earned. Walked 1 and struck out 4. Wow. How about that? So now, it's a half game in the loss column for Kansas City. So the rest of this Tuesday, the 10th in baseball, tomorrow would be Pete Rose Day, but we have other fish to fry. Let's start at Three Rivers. Pittsburgh beat Chicago 4-2. Rick Russell 12-7. Engel 1-4. Heath Moreland 2-4. Dodgers beat the Braves 10-8 in the first of 2. Have they played the second? I haven't seen it pop up yet. Oh yeah, they beat the Braves 6-3 in the second of 2. Oh, you're gonna make me flip, aren't you? Oh. Diaz goes to 6-1. McMurtry 1-2, and Harper 2-2 is 14th of the year. Thankfully, wow, there's a ton of highlights here. So the Dodgers now have a 20-game lead. All right, John. Well, tomorrow, same time, same bat channel, we'll reverse the games. It's the Royals and Angels first, the Mets and the Cardinals second. Doubleheader at Fenway. Red Sox win the opener 3-2. Mark Clear beats Storm Davis and the Orioles. Clear 2-4. Davis 12-8. Evans 3-4. And the second, well, they split. Orioles 10-9. Don Ace gets the win in 11 innings to go 5-6. Steve Crawford 5-5. Dewey hit 2-4 in Game 2 with his 25th home run of the year. Just in case you missed it earlier, Cardinals beat the Mets 6-5. That was the opener of our doubleheader. Danny Cox beats Ron Darling. Darryl Strawberry 2 triples. Reds beat the Padres 4-3 and 10. Willis 1-0. Lance McCullers 1-3. Buddy Bell 2 doubles, 3-4. Montreal keeps pace with St. Louis. They beat the Phillies 9-7. Bert Roberge 3-0. Don Carmen 6-4. Stone 4-5. Jeff hit a homer, his second, drove in 3. Blue Jays 7, Tigers 2. By the way, Baltimore 21 hits in Game 2 of that doubleheader. 7-2, the Blue Jays win. Doyle Alexander pitched to the score. He beats Jack Morris. Alexander 1 win away from 20, 19-9. Morris 10-16. George Bell 1-for-1, a stolen base and 2 walks. The Giants beat the Astros 12-10. Both teams had 16 hits. Jose Cruz had 4 for Houston. Kruko gets the win, 14-10. Bob Nepper falls to 11-12. Joe Youngblood 2-5, 2 homers. He has 6 of the year and drove in 4. Yankees beat the Brewers 7-4. Ed Whitson 9-10. Ray Burris 5-15. Dave Winfield 4-5 with 2 doubles. Minnesota beat Chicago 5-3. Bert Blyleven hasn't lost since going over to the Twins. He's 7-0. James 8-6. Ron Kittle 2-4, his 23rd of the year and 2 RBI. Texas pitchers strike out Oakland 16 times, and 14 they win 2-1. Mitch Williams 1-0. Steve Onoveros 5-4. Jose Canseco 3-4. Chris Cordioli 7 innings of 3-hit ball. Last but not least, Seattle beats Cleveland in 11, 5-4. Snyder goes to 2-6. Reed falls to 4-3. Alvin Davis hits his 12th. I think we got everything. And boy, God, was that a busy doubleheader. And so, the standings going into tomorrow. St. Louis 9 over Montreal. The Dodgers 20 over Houston. New York remains 4.5 behind Toronto, and the big one, California and Kansas City, now a half game apart. And so there you have it. For those of you who stayed for the full 2 hours, thank you very much. Doubleheader tomorrow will reverse the order. Angels, Royals first, Mets, Cardinals second. Until then, I'm Ron Juckett. Talk to you later. So long, everybody.